Withdrawing from PayPal in Nigeria is still a huge problem, especially if you're withdrawing or you have a US or UAE PayPal account. Now, I know that technically PayPal is back in Nigeria through Paga, but that's not what I'm talking about in this video. In fact, I consider that account something you use for a more personal use case. I'm talking about for remote workers, freelancers, and digital professionals who have US or UAE PayPal accounts and are looking for USD accounts that they can use to make withdrawal. And I'm going to show you 4 accounts I've tested and I'm currently using, as you can see, on my PayPal account. And in the end, I'm going to show you the 2 that I personally use the most and why. Now, the first account is Clever, and Clever is an account I've been using for quite a while, and one of the main things that I love about Clever is the overall user experience. I've been using the account and I've not had any issues at all. I've had no hiccups with transferring from my PayPal account to my Clever account. It takes 24 hours, and of course that's how long it takes for all of these accounts. And apart from that long wait time, which is standard in the industry, there is no issues. I've never had my money held up. I've never had any reason at all to worry or contact support. So the user experience and the overall reliability of Clever, I would say, is top notch. And then Clever also has this built-in reward system, this thing they call Clever Points. So the more you receive transactions and make transactions on Clever, you're going to get points, and 100 of those points equal to $1. And if you're somebody who does frequent transactions on the platform, that could stack up to become like really significant amount of money for you. If nothing else, the Clever points can offset the transaction costs of using Clever over time. And as far as linking to PayPal, it's been working for me on PayPal for the longest time. So you can give it a try, and I'm definitely sure it's going to work for you as well. Now, the second account is GrabrFi. Now, this one earns the place on the list primarily because it works for PayPal. It just works. It just gets the job done. It's not necessarily the most impressive account on this lineup because it's quite tedious to create a GrabrFi account. They are very strict with their requirements, and then also GrabrFi has some of the lowest exchange rates you get from platforms like this. And I guess it's because their exchange rates is tethered to the official rates rather than the parallel market, which is not necessarily bad, but for users, the end users, you would rather prefer to use the parallel market exchange rates, which is slightly higher than the official one. So those are the 2 downsides. But as far as PayPal goes, it most likely is going to work for you on your UAE or your US PayPal account. Now, the third platform that I tested and works with PayPal is Gray, and that's very surprising because every year I do this test and check all the accounts and see which ones are working with PayPal, and Gray has not been working for a very long time. And I was surprised to test it this year, and it linked up perfectly. I tested it for withdrawals. I've used it to do significant withdrawals even, and everything works just fine. Now, I know that Gray is quite a controversial platform in and around the community of remote workers and freelancers in Nigeria, because a lot of people have complained about maybe having their money locked down, them requiring certain things. I have had that experience where I sent money into my Gray account and they asked for extra documentation to release the money, and I did provide those documentation and the money was released. So that said, I have not personally had that experience, but people have always complained about Gray, and they are considered quite controversial, but I have not had that experience. So I'm saying that to say, take my advice with a grain of salt. I'm only reporting to you that the USD account is working perfectly right now. And to be honest, from a personal standpoint, my experience with Gray has been really good because I have had no issues where I lost money or anything. The user experience, the user interface is great. There is pretty much nothing I can fault Gray for in my experience. And Gray is currently working with PayPal, at least for me. So you can give it a shot and hopefully it will work for you as well. And last but not the least is Prospa. Prospa is a platform I've been talking about a lot lately because they have expanded their services. Usually they used to serve Nigerian businesses by helping them create LLCs and registering their business name with CAC, the Corporate Affairs Commission. And that used to be their core service, but they are now becoming a full-fledged, all-in-one platform for both local and international businesses. So serving solopreneurs and small businesses and even medium to large-scale businesses in Nigeria, and also digital professionals who may be servicing the international market. So they now have USD accounts, GBP, Euro. And very interestingly, I tested the USD account with my US LLC PayPal, and it linked up, and I use it for withdrawal. Smooth and easy, no issues. The only downside I would say to Prospa is, like GrabrFi, it's quite tedious to create the account, because of course there's a lot that they offer. They help you register your Nigerian LLC and business name and all of that stuff. So it can get quite tedious to create the account. And also their exchange rates are I think, again, tethered to the official rates and not the parallel rates. So you might be getting slightly lower rates there, but those are the downsides. But when it comes to the upsides, it's an all-in-one platform. You get a lot of tools to run your business with Prospa. But talking about what we're talking about in this video, which is US accounts that work with PayPal, yes, Prospa is the fourth one that I recommend. I have tested and works, links up perfectly with PayPal. Now, when it comes to the two platforms that I frequently use, they are Clever and Prospa. And the reason is because for Clever, they have great user experience, and the rates as well are very competitive. You can get quite an amount of money using the Clever points. When I cash in my Clever points, it feels like them giving me back my money, my transaction fees. So essentially the account is free to use. And the reason I use Prospa, even though I mentioned that the exchange rate is not as competitive, is because of the all-in-one nature of Prospa. So if you truly want structure, if you want a platform that allows you to truly separate your business revenue from your personal income, then Prospa is the platform to do that, because now I can work with my local clients and have them send money to my business account, my Prospa business account, and also work with my international clients and have them and receive the money even from PayPal as well into my foreign USD accounts on Prospa. So thereby separating my business revenue. So at no point is my money coming in through any personal channels. It's all in the business accounts, and then giving me the luxury to then pay myself into my personal account. And especially considering the tax reforms in Nigeria, you can benefit a lot from this system, where you can truly prove to the taxman that, yet this money is coming into my business accounts and this money is for business, and then you can only pay yourself into your personal accounts the money that will be considered salary. So it helps you really for structure and segregation of your revenue, so that you know exactly what you're doing when it comes to compliance with taxes and all of that stuff. So to recap, Clever, GrabrFi, Gray, and Prospa are currently functional with PayPal right now. Thanks for watching, and I will see you in the next video. Cheers.